Good day, free spirits, and welcome to our backyard campsite. Wendy and Dave here hanging out. We had our first successful overnight camp night sleep in our new Springbar tent, and we're out here with the puppy here, and we're gonna have some coffee. Here, I'll swing. Hi, Dave.
And we say successful because it was comfortable in the bed.
Yep.
We found a more level spot, and Wendy ingeniously came up with the idea of putting some blankets under half of the...
Not really a genius idea, but...
under half of the air mattress to sort of level it even more.
So we had some fun. Well, we realized that it's really important not only to sleep level, but also to have your camp table level, because we had a little sliding incident last night, and yeah, that was kind of freaky. So we realized that super important to have, grippy stuff on the table, which I already knew, and I just forgot to bring a tablecloth out, a grippy one, but I'll kind of give you a little... We had our chairs sitting out here last night by the campfire, and it was just a perfect night. Like right now, it's so breezy. It's going to be in the 80s this week. It's a bit humid, but boy, is it gorgeous down here. When we come down here, the breeze is wonderful. So we had to move some things around, but I think I'm gonna cook breakfast down here too. And so there's the tent set up in there. We don't have too much going on in there, but you can see that I centered the bed because that's the best spot for now. And we'll have to move it over just a little bit, probably when we put the stove in. So at some point we're gonna put the stove jack in and everything and get that set up, because we're excited to hang out here during the night as well. But you can see the view out the back of the tent, and just this gorgeous
we tried out
scene.
Our new Ranger Ready
last
night.
I
think it worked. We had a couple mosquito bites from...
but I think that was
days ago. That
yeah.
It's still itchy, so it's hard to tell.
But I gotta say, this stuff, it's sitting over there on the table over here.
We'll put a
Ranger,
link in,
we'll put a link in. But Ranger Ready, the spray, it works. It really works amazing. We also bought the one that you put on your clothing and your gear, but we haven't sprayed it yet because it needs to. Here in the humidity in the south, it needs a good 4 hours to dry, and we just didn't want to wait that long to set things up last night. But we'll probably be treating all of our gear and everything, but you got to be careful not to get it on the inside of the tent, and the instructions are pretty clear, and the stuff's nothing to mess around with. So yes, we want to camp out here more. We aren't going to be able to sleep out here tonight, but more this week. And I actually, full disclosure, I still did not use my porta potty. We set it up, and I still hiked it up to the house last night. And it's so stupid. It's really just because I didn't want to get it dirty if we're only going to use it once and have to empty it right away.
And our lighting isn't sufficient.
Yeah, exactly. We found out last night too that even with all of our our solar lanterns and all of my little dollar store lights, it is dang dark out here. So it was, although I have a lantern in there. So I don't know, I was disoriented. I was just like, I'm just going to go up to the house. And, I was calculating, are we going to use it more this week? And it was just so silly, when you're sleeping. And, but yeah, it was a dark trek up to the house. But yeah, I thought, this is silly. I'm not doing that again. And my legs were aching today from all the trips back and forth. But yeah, I'm totally gonna start using it out here because I don't want to keep having to go up to the house. But
we have a little trail to the house, but it's not lit.
Right,
and the other way is up the driveway, and the incline in the driveway is literally
it is intense.
40 degrees, and it's at an angle.
It's almost like it's almost like climbing up is easier than climbing down when you're coming down, especially in the dark, because you can't see anything. And so we got to take our percolator off. So this is the first time we're using our percolator.
Campsite environment.
On our stove. We're actually perking some coffee today, so we're gonna try that, and I can smell it. I think it's done. And there's Abby. Abby was really sacked out last night, so she slept up in the house. Never did wake up, and so we brought.
It does. The handle gets very hot.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh.
In this setup.
Huh, oh, on the.
Because the stove burner.
Yeah.
Is very hot. So I'm gonna set it over here.
Yeah. So the stove came with that. I think I showed you guys that before. It came with the griddle and a little grill. So Dave.
And there's a plate. For
And that plate
pot,
got.
and it
got
deformed and
yeah,
bent, like immediately.
Immediately. As soon as we heated it up high, it got all deformed, and so nothing sits flat in there. So Dave's got to either bang it out or, which it isn't necessary on the larger pots, but on the smaller pots, they don't sit on the stove without it. So it's like, I'm not real crazy about that situation there, but yeah, he's gonna flatten that out. So we'll come up with another idea, or give us a comment on if you ever had that happen and what you guys do. But yeah, so we're just setting it right now in the grate and letting it sit there, and we're gonna have some new percolator coffee. And he just used the big canister today. So there we have it, and there's the path, which I think you guys saw in the other little videos. And pretty soon this is all gonna be in the shade.
And you
so
can show if you want to.
So you can see the.
Show over here.
Okay.
I got an adapter for the stove to a 90-degree adapter with a quick disconnect to hook on the LP 20 or 15. It says 15 pound tank. So I'll put a link in there, because this could adapt to whatever stove you have, and that way the little 1 pound things, they don't last long at all.
And this stove is multi-fuel as well.
No.
Isn't it? I thought you could use different fuels with this stove.
Maybe.
I thought you could. I thought that was actually one of the reasons why we liked it, because
the European version has an attachment to use the other kind of gas.
I know. Why is it? I know.
It's slipping my mind.
I know. Me too. Butane.
Butane.
Yeah.
Butane fuel.
Yeah. That's what. Yes.
Don't know for sure if you could get that in the U.S. or not. But you need like these 4 butane canisters, and they all attach inside this little cube. And we want propane for other reasons anyway. So.
Yeah.
So that's the story.
But I slept really good. I mean, when I slept wonderful. Dave got woken by some big pterodactyl sounding birds, but
yeah, I haven't heard that before. It sounded like a parrot. It was very tropical sounding.
Yeah.
Very loud.
Well, there's a couple of lakes over here. Swinging around. There's a few lakes in the property back there, and that's all owned by the same person. And but yeah, we do hear some waterfowl. And it was just so great. I love hearing the owls last night, and I love hearing all the birds. But yeah, so here it is, our little site for now. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with us in our backyard again, guys. And remember, there's joy in every journey, because the word journey begins and ends with the word joy. And this girl is really in her joy.